All right, so this is called function composition. So it's like we're combining two functions, all right, but it's not multiplication or addition or anything like that. The way it works is the outputs of one function will become the inputs of a different function. Uh, don't worry too much about it. I'll explain it with the examples here. So we're asked to find f of g of 2. All right, this is not multiplication. So the first thing we have to do is find g of 2. Okay, so whatever the answer is for g of 2 is going to be what we plug in for the input on f. So g of 2, plug in 2 for x. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, and negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. All right, and then, so because g of 2 was equal to negative 3, now we're going to take this negative 3 and plug it in on the f function. All right, so we'll do negative 3 for x. So 4 times negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And negative 12 minus 3 is negative 15. All right, so the answer for g of 2 was negative 3, and that's what we plugged in for f of x. All right, so this time, same idea, except it's reversed. Instead of f of g of 2, we're doing g of f of 2. So we got to find f of 2 first. All right, f of 2. So pretend we plug in 2 for x. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. All right, and now we're going to take that 5 and plug that into the g function. So it's going to be negative 2 times 5, and then plus 1. This is negative 10, and then negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9. So the idea here is that the order matters. Whether you're doing f of g of 2 or g of f of 2, I want to emphasize that with function composition, the order in which you do them does matter, right? Because you will not get the same answer most of the time. There is one situation where you do get the same answer, but that's not important right now. Let's find h of g of negative 2. So I got to find g of negative 2 first, and that's going to go here. G of negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then h of 5, you would plug that in for x up here. So you'd have 5 squared minus 3 times 5. 5 squared is 25. Now let's write it out, 25. Then 3 times 5 is 15. Then you subtract those two, and you'll get 10. All right. So this is the next type, and this is also considered function composition. They just write it differently, and you do actually say it differently. The way this would be said is f, that little circle, is composed with, so f composed with h of 3. So f composed with h of 3. What I usually do is just rewrite it. It literally means the same thing. All right, this is f of h of 3. All right, they just have two ways of writing it. So we'll do h of 3 first. H of 3, 3 squared is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 minus 9 is 0. So now we're finding f of 0. So we'll plug in 0 for x on the f function. 4 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Okay. The next one, it's g composed with g of 4. So if we rewrite that, it's g of 4. So we got to find g of 4 first. So g of 4, you'd plug in 4 for x on the g function. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, and negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. All right, so g of 4 equals negative 7, and now we have to find g of negative 7. All right, so it's negative 2 times negative 7, which is 14, and then 14 plus 1. All right, so it was negative 2, and then we were plugging in negative 7 for x, plus 1. That's is 14, and then 14 plus 1 is 15. Okay. All right, last one here. I'm going to rewrite. So f of x is equal to 4x minus 3. I'm going to write that here. Minus 3. All right. So we're finding f composed with f of 4. Or if we rewrite it, it's f of f of f of 4. 1, 2, 3. Three parentheses on the outside. All right, so we've got to find f of 4, and then we're going to be finding f of 4. So f of 4 is, see here, that's 16, and then 16 minus 3, so that would be 13. All right, and now we're going to have to find f, so we're going to have to find f of 13. So f of 13, so 4 times 13 is 52, then 52 minus 3 is 49. And then we would have to find f of 49. So that would be 4 times 49 minus 3. Oh, let's see here. This is, I think, 196. I think that's 196, pretty sure. And then minus 3 would be 193. So you want to rewrite it so that's like this, and then you just want to keep working your way outwards. So start at the very, very inside, and then find that, and then rewrite it. So f of 4 was 13, and then f of 13 was 49, and then f of 49 was the 193.